Good morning, family. Welcome back to the Glory Lifestyle channel. My name is Gina. So I wanted to share what God laid on my heart this week. I work from home, and my job is a I do bank claims. And so it's important to get those bank claims correct. And my job is changing a lot of way that they do things. And so they're pretty much becoming a lot stricter. And so with them becoming stricter, they're finding more mistakes. And so they're not being lenient, and there's just a lot of meetings with us about it and all these different things. So I made an error on a bank claim this week. No, it was at another time, and they found it in particular this week. And they wanted to have a meeting about it, and I kind of was just like, uh-oh, I don't know what they're gonna say, yada, yada, yada. So then I had the meeting with my manager this week, and she was just, I guess they get annoyed that we make these mistakes. And it makes sense because, they don't want us to make errors with people's money and different things like that. And mine wasn't financially impacting the customer. I just didn't leave notes for them to know what I did on that particular claim. And so when I had the meeting with my manager, she was just trying to make sure that I know not to make that mistake and things like that. And so I kind of had an attitude about it, because I was just man, my team lead, she doesn't respond to my emails. I ask her questions, and I've gone to a meeting that I volunteered to go to make sure that what I'm doing and I'm staying up to date on the requirements for my job. And so the next morning I had gotten up, and the Lord just spoke to me in Romans 13, which discusses submission to authorities. And so I'm gonna read just a little bit of it, but it says, everyone must submit himself to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. Consequently, he who rebels against the authority is rebelling against what God has instituted, and those who do so will bring judgment on themselves. For rulers hold no terror for those who do right, but for those who do wrong. Do you want to be free from fear of the one in authority? Then do what is right, and he will commend you, for he is God's servant to do you good. For if you do wrong, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword for nothing. He is God's servant, an agent of wrath to bring punishment on the wrongdoer. Therefore, it is necessary to submit to the authorities, not only because of possible punishment, but also because of conscience. This is also why you pay taxes, for the authorities are God's servants who give their full time to governing. Give everyone what you owe him. If you owe taxes, pay taxes. If revenue, then revenue. If respect, then respect. If honor, then honor. And so that passage corrected me, and, just my attitude towards my team lead, because there's just different things that I'm interested in shifting in my life. But right now in this season, God has me in this place for his glory, right? For him to do whatever it is that I'm supposed to do with my finances with this place, or, whatever it is. I mean, working from home, I don't have much of an impact on any of the people around me, but I never know, with maybe an encouraging word that I may leave in our team chat, that can also impact somebody as well. So that's just beside my point. My point is that whoever is like our bosses or our leaders, you know, in any kind of way, we are to respect them and like submit to them as long as they're submitting to the Lord. Like, I think that I learned in that moment that like I need to just chill and not necessarily like complain, and because I made the error. And you know, we do that though. Like, we get into these spaces of like, oh, they this, they that, you know, like, you know, oh man, I don't want to be here no more, and all these different things, when it's just like, in this season, in this time, this is the place that God has you. And so as the Lord has you in this place, you're submitting to him, which is also submitting to you know, to them, because it's in his word, is what he wants us to do. It's a part of, you know, the godliness that he desires for us to have. So this is truly living a lifestyle that glorifies God in these moments, to where God says, like, yeah, I didn't say anything rude in that meeting, or, oh, I didn't go off or nothing like that. But I still had this undercurrent of like, oh, you know, whatever, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, why are they talking to me? Why is all these people in all these different questions, when it's just like, just chill. You know, like, it's not even a big deal. Sometimes I know I make things a bigger deal than what they are all the time. And so, yeah. But yeah, I was convicted, and I know that God led me to share how we can submit to those who are in authority. And but of course, like, if there's something wrong within your job or workplace, like, I'm not saying submit to that. But I know that with my situation, it was extremely minor. And so I just wanted to share that. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. This is the type of content that I provide, different scenarios on living a life that glorifies God. And if you like that, please hit that like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. All right, y'all, be blessed. Bye.